Hello and welcome again. Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's good to know you're here. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. Thank you for following. Now I wish to continue on from where we stopped and build upon what we have started teaching. So we started with Surds and we've moved on from the laws and we went to multiplication of Surds. And we are considering division of Surds, rationalizing denominators. We already solved this in the previous video. Example of rationalizing this. We'll define what fractions are, fractions comprising of numerators and denominators. And then how does rationalizing Surds come in? How is it that it is used to simplify Surds? We already solved this and this. So we'll be continuing with this. Now, if you solved this, like I said in the last video, thumbs up. Let's see how you did it there. So we'll move on from this place. I'll rub this place off and then we'll consider solving this and this, or one of them. So let's go. So I'll be here and move this. So, in this place, good for considering this. So let's do a solution for this. Let's try and see what we do concerning this. Now remember what we defined, that we are rationalizing denominator in order to help us simplify this. And the way to do it is to make the denominator rational. And what does it mean? Rational means to make rational, to make it a rational number. What it means is to make it a whole number essentially. And to make the denominator a whole number. So how has it been done? Is by multiplying the denominator by the surd that is in the denominator. But remember, in maths, whatsoever you do to the right hand, you do in the left part. And whatsoever you do to the numerator, you do at the denominator. So if we're going to multiply the denominator by the surd in the denominator, we'll do the same thing at the numerator. So multiply both the numerator and the denominator with a surd of the denominator. So let's put this one. Another solution to, we have this number 3 as the square root of 5 all over the square root of 2. Now let's go. So this one, to do it, to rationalize it, is going to be the square root of 5 all over the square root of 2. You say this function, what the job is to what? Multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the surd of the denominator. And it turns out to be that the denominator here is having the surd alone. It's not having, like, let's say a number of 3. So if there were 3 here, I would have multiplied by just 2. And this will remain. Okay, so let's go. Even if you multiply by both sides, you still get the same answer. It's going to be a bit longer. That's just the difference. But let's go here. So this will mean root 5 times root 2, square root of 5 times square root of 2, all over the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, which is essentially 2. But let's go the steps little by little. Essentially the square root of 2 times the square root of 2. So this will mean, square root of 5 times the square root of 2. Bring them together since it's the same thing. Square root of 2 all over. Bring this together. Bring it together. So square root of 2 times 2. So this will mean square root of 2 times 5 is what? Square root of 10. And this will be the square root of 4. Because 2 times 2 gives you what? 4. So what's the square root of 10? Does it have a perfect square root? So no. But in Surds, we don't leave anything in fractions or decimals. Sorry. So we just leave it the way it is. 10. What's the square root of 4? 2. So this is how we leave it. To rationalize the denominator, to make the denominator a whole number. This is where we'll stop here. That's done because rationalize the denominator in the following. Then let's see how we solve the second. Now this one, now it's going to be for the square root of 16 all over the square root of 7. Now, you have this done. It's just like the same thing we're doing here, multiplication, where if we have these times this one square rooted, this one square rooted. What we did was to join them together like the square root of a times b. The same thing applies if I have the square root of a all over the square root of b divided by the same thing. Both are the same thing. Just use one for the both of them. Make it like this. And you know maths, if it goes forward, it goes backward, just like in reaction, reversible reaction somehow. So the same thing. So this one also is the same thing as what? Square root of a all over the square root of b, just like this. So we'll come back here. What this means is simply separate the square roots. Well, let me go to the next line. Square root of 16 all over the square root of 7. So what does this give us? This gives us what? The square root of 16 is what? 4 all over what? Root 7. So this is now where you start your work. So, okay. So, having this, we have to rationalize the denominator and make it a whole number. So what do? We'll multiply the numerator and denominator by the surd in the denominator, in which case the denominator is entirely surd. So we multiply. So what we'll have 4 over root 7 times root 7 all over root 7, right? Yes, 4 times 7 is going to give us 4 times root 7. This is going to be 7 times 7. Bring it together like we've always done here. So when I bring it together, it's going to be essentially this. So it's going to be 4 root 7 all over what? 7 times 7, 49. Is that not it? I'm taking the steps. Otherwise, from here, I already know that root 7 times root 7 is just 7. I've known that because I've been solving it for years. So, but for the sake of those who do not know it, we'll take it step by step. So you see, it's not magic done in maths. So 7 times 7 is 49. So you remember, you still have the square root sign. So what is the square root of 49? Square root of 49 is that number that if you multiply itself, this is the number. If I multiply it by itself, it will give me 49. So what's that number? Is it going to be 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? Absolutely 7. So the square root of 49 is 7. So I have 4 root 7 over 7. I don't think there's any other thing we'll do here. So we'll leave it here. So the same thing as putting it this way. We'll write it, or you write as 4 over 7 root 7. The same thing. This way we'll stop, we'll rationalize this, we'll rationalize this. Thank you so much for watching. Now, you want to give a reaction, give a thumbs up to it, like, share. Tell your friends to watch this. Great Light Academy, always shining light and giving you the best. Let's see you in the next class.